Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with the Eminence in Shadow episode number 19 reaction. Okay, the previous episode. We begin with Sid being caught by Claire. Claire is not happy about the whole situation. He's running away all the time, never coming, meeting with her, and she gives him special seats to watch the fight. The fight, the Pushing Festival that's happening, and he goes there and he meets Iris and has a little conversation with Iris, and then he goes with his mundane man persona goes to fight Aniris and defeats her, and meets Beatrice for a moment as well. Before that, and yeah, like that happened while Perv Assad came in, talked to Iris a little bit, observed a mundane man a little bit, and asked his butler or whatever to keep an eye on him. All these stuffs are happening, and at the same time, Anne Rose has given her gratitude to mundane man because he kind of made her showed her the right way. She was getting a little bit more prideful about her battles and all that. That is why seeing mundane man like this, she got a new like she understood what actual power is, and thanked him for that, all that stuff. Now, one thing is happening here, that is, Rose is, I think, on her way to do something. We don't know exactly what, but she's planning on doing something. Perv Azhat is also keeping an eye on not Sid, sorry, Mundane Man, while Iris is determined to win this. So many things are happening. We're going to the climax of the Bushin Festival. Iris is here. Iris is probably going to fight Mundane Man very soon, and obviously Claire is also there. Claire is also going to fight, and yeah, and in the end, that was quite funny to see. Claire is pissed off again because Sid was not there, watching her fight. So that's where it ended. Let's see what happens in this episode number 19. We're almost at the end. I think 20 episodes for this season. So yeah, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles in the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, Iris. Oh, this is her. Alexia. There's Alexia. Oh, that's what's his name? That guy. Damn. This is the thing I was talking about in the previous episode. So many people have put their faith on her that she needs to win. She is not. She's just doing what people expect of her. She's not doing what she enjoys. So many expectations. And that hit hard. Hmm. Those who don't know the. But hmm. Oh boy. Damn. Hmm. Okay. Like, this is the thing. I talked about this in the previous episode that she cannot lose. And the reason why she so vehemently opposed to losing and she doesn't want to even think about a future where there's a possibility of her losing is because people expect too much of her. She she's supposed to be the person who wins all the time, and she has to keep that a reality. Once she loses, like, it'll be a disaster. The whole country will just go down, I feel like, because her strength represents the country's strength. It's basically that. And that is why she's so pressurized by so many, like, expectations. And even though she is the most powerful person, if you think about it like that, she has no power at all, because according to her dad, you know politics, like, you cannot just go and oppose bad things and wrongdoings, because what will people think? And there's, like, it's obviously this is all political, like, stuff. And so seeing bad stuff happening in front of her, she cannot do anything. And that is why we need an eminence in shadow. And that's exactly what Sid and the Shadow Garden is doing. And yeah, let's see. The Dancing Puppet. Wow, okay. Interesting title. What the? That seems so suspicious. Okay, that's all right. That's nice. Oh, Iris is here. Yeah. Uh, yep, exactly. Well, it's an acquired test. Exactly the same. Yo, you guys, why don't you try as well? You might like it. Okay. You mean internet? Oh, Beatrix is here. Beggar. Oh my god. Beatrix, yeah. Yep. Were you calling her beggar? If you... Oh no. Oh no, she... Wait, who's that? Oh, all the nobles. Yeah. Well, oh no. True. True. Even the camera is panning away from him. Perfect. Oh no. Oh great. Here we go. Oh no. No, I won't. Yeah, who are you to say? Wow, these guys are rude. Boy. Yeah, I don't think so. You don't expect anything of him. Well, that's pretty mob-like, so hamburgers. She loves her hamburgers. Hmm. Oh my god, it's the king. Are they going to bring him like he's supposed to come today, isn't he? Body odor so sweet. Oh, that's why the puppet, like, something was the title. Hmm. Tea. Well, she's fine now. Damn. And then yeah, all the fault will fall on your boy. It's wow. Why are they not showing his face? Yes. Well, here's the Eminence in shadow. Hmm. Oh, Beatrix is here. Oh! Oh my god! How dare you? Do you know who this person is? He can lop your hair off in a matter of seconds. She can, sorry. He's rattled for the first time, Parvaz had. And Sid is in the other side, sitting down. Eliminate her? Why are they not showing the king's face? It's grayed out. Is that someone else in his disguise? Is that Claire? That's Claire, isn't it? Sid is. Ah. Yep, that's Claire, isn't it? Well, but her brother will. Oh, it's time for Iris' battle. Iris' battle. Iris versus Mundane Man. Ooh, this will be good. Mm. And it's also the shackles that's bounding her. Up, Monday. Is that? Yep, that's him. Mundane Man. Just waiting. Damn. Yep. Okay. Oh. Hey, Claire is pissed. Oh my god. Yo. That's the bloodlust. That's the bloodlust, isn't it? What happened there? Oh, that's Alpha. Alpha, isn't it? Where is fist? Yep, that's bloodlust. Oh my god! It rattled her so much she just tripped on her own. Yeah, Sid is a monster. He's saying something. You're not attacking. Yeah. Ooh, that was crazy. Oh! No, oh my god. No, that's his bloodlust. But this is the thing. Iris is so powerful, she can realize what's going to happen if she makes one wrong move, and that's what she's feeling. Wait, who's that? Isn't that. Is that Alpha? Yeah, that's Alpha, isn't it? What the hell is going. Oh, okay. No, wait. Wait, who's. Wait, who's that? Oh, that's. Oh my god, that's Rose! I was like. Oh my god, it took me so long to realize who that is. I thought it was Alpha. Yeah, oh. World's most powerful. Yeah. Uh, yeah, why don't you come down? Wow, these people are trash. Okay. Oh wait, what the? The sword is gone. He he already attacked and put it back. Oh my god. Damn! That was crazy. Wow. Okay, what's up with the king? I don't understand. Why is his eyes grayed out? Oh, Beatrix is looking. Oh, Rose is here. Hey! Oh my god. Now what? Okay, what's she planning? Oh. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh my god. Shut up! What the hell are you blabbering about? His hand is gone, I think. Oh my god. Oh, he's here. Oh god. Yep, that's him. Oh, here we go. He's taking his original form. Shadow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever. Oh wait, he used to he had that name. He used to introduce him like that. He used to introduce him like that, I remember. Wow. There you go. He used to loot money like this. Oh, here we go. Stylish bandit slayer. Yeah. Yeah, and he's also mundane man. Oh wait, he he made a mistake. He definitely wanted to say that once in his lifetime. Oh boy, but oh. Well, your reinforcements are dead. Yeah, there you go. Oh, she wants to fight him. Oh, oh my god. Hey, yes, Shadow definitely wanted to face off against her, just like she wanted to. He's running. Oh my god. Damn. Oh, that was crazy. Good god. Oh my god. Wait, what happened to Iris? Damn. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. Oh. Yeah, that was a that episode had a lot of things. Okay. The first section we get to see Iris says little like backstory, a little section, a little recollection of where Iris used to fight. And here's one thing you like we should keep an eye on is that you see how she's smiling. As she grow older and older, and as she gets burdened with responsibilities and expectations, her smile just fades away. Like at first she was like like just having fun battling people, like fighting against them and defeating them. And then we see her winning the the bushing festival and all that, and defeating opponents in the festival. And then we suddenly see like a few people, like like this one of the people from the knights. They were like, oh, there's no reason you should have to travel all the way out there to help Princess Iris. Like she probably wanted to go there, but they're like, oh, you're the princess, so yeah, you don't need to bother with that. Like just stay here, and we'll take care of all of that. But that's not the thing. She wanted to go. That's like something she wanted. But as she grew older, more responsibilities, people started looking at her, and like seeing how she like since she's a princess, like everyone's like keeping expectations on her, and each and every move that she's making is under scrutiny, that type of situation. So little by little, she wasn't able to do whatever she wanted. She had to do what the people wanted. That became the difference. And like she little by little lost her like enjoyment, and everyone was like just putting expectations on top of her, one on top of the other. And yeah, she became this princess. And then not only that, like that was not the end. Also the fact that she did not have enough power. Like she wanted to help out her sister, she wanted to do so many things about the different situations. However, everyone was like, oh no, we should ask your dad first, you don't have enough power. And when she goes and asks the dad is like, what does she says? Iris, acting impetuously will only create an excess of enemies. Even if what you're doing is right, there's no guarantee that those who don't know the circumstances would understand it is right. All that stuff. But at the same time, like he's like, yeah, like keep everything under wraps. Do not let the other countries get hold of our weaknesses, and like that type of thing. Don't fan the flames. Basically that. And like and obviously because of that, the whatever was happening, it escalated and escalated. And more and more bad stuff started happening, the experimentations, cult of diablos, this and that. So Iris wanted to do something about it, but the dad was like, no, we should not fan the flames. And yeah, she had no power. She doesn't know. Okay, one thing I realized, I was saying, why is her dad's eyes not being shown? It's grayed out. I realized that her dad's eyes has never been showed. Like even now that I'm seeing him, his eyes are not being shown. So I'm guessing it's like a, I don't know, like a make him more mysterious or something. I don't know why they're doing this, but something like that, I'm guessing. Anyways, so when he's like, oh, it sounds like you are desperate to prove yourself right, that you're willing to put the kingdom in danger. Um, like, but at the same time, I feel like what he was doing is taking the passive, way out. Is also something that is putting the kingdom in danger, because the cult of Diablos are rampant. you know. So I don't know. I don't know anything much about politics, but what he's saying, I understand what he's trying to say, but at the same time I also understand that him just sitting down and doing nothing about the situation, trying to just not escalate the problems, is escalating the problems even more, because he's not even doing anything to try to stop it. He's like, oh, take the passive way out, take, like, like leave everything alone for now, and that type of thing. I suddenly thought of something. I'm not sure if this is correct or incorrect, but I wouldn't be surprised if it, in the end, it get like there's a reveal that Iris's dad is also part of the cult of Diablos. I just realized that maybe that is why they're not showing his eyes. Could be, that's a very, like, probable situation. I can see that happening, because he's too passive. He's too passive. He's too much like, oh, let everything go as it's going. So that is why I'm thinking maybe he's part of cult of Diablos, and also the fact that they're not showing his eyes. I don't know, but yeah, that also is kind of suspicious. But yeah, that's why I'm saying I won't be surprised if by the end it's revealed that he's maybe one of the leaders of cult of Diablos or something. I don't know. But anyways, um, so Iris is like, oh, I'm going to gain power, and when I gain power, everyone will listen to me. So that's why he's like, she's trying to get strong, and not only that, so many people have so much expectations on her, and yeah, to keep that expectation going, and like she herself said that my power is equal to this country's power. If I fall, my country will fall, because that's basically what's going on. Okay, now anyways, after that we get to see Sid again. Claire probably, like, like gave him another ticket, or something, like, for the VIP seat. And he's here and he's putting a little, like, milk in his coffee and drinking it. And Iris comes in and Iris is like, oh, you're back again. You're here to cheer your sister again. And she sees the coffee and she's like, oh, I usually don't like coffee because I'm not really a big fan of the bitter taste. And Sid is like, oh, you can just put more milk in it, and milk and sugar, like, like it's going to be, it's very tasty. And you know what? It is indeed tasty if you put so much milk in it. That, yeah, I also don't like, what's that word? Like hard coffee, but a lot of milk and sugar in it. Yeah, that's fantastic. And Iris is like, oh really? Okay, let me try. And I love how everyone's just looking at her and they're like, oh my god, what is Princess Iris doing? Why is she listening to this nobody? Like, like, who is this guy? He's just a brother of Claire, and he himself is a nobody. Why is Princess listening to him? Good God. And Iris just, like, like put milk and drunk it, and she's like, oh, this is quite tasty. And after that, Beatrix comes in, and at the beginning, everyone's like, oh, who is this person? It's like, who's this beggar who suddenly came in? And then when Iris comes in, and it's like, oh, she's Beatrix, the war goddess. And they're like, oh my god, that's Beatrix. She's so beautiful. And I'm like, yeah. Like, what were you saying a few seconds ago? Oh god. And yeah, so, and as immediately as she sits down, all the nobles comes in and they're like, oh, you're Beatrice. And this part was so funny because I love how, like, while they were having this whole conversation, Sid is like, oh, wait a minute, this is kind of nice, isn't it? Because, like, I'm actually a mob character now. They aren't paying attention to me. And I love how the camera starts panning away from him little by little, just completely, like, removing him from the camera in itself. He's just gone, from. And while all of this was happening, suddenly Beatrice is like, oh, Sid, like, I feel like he has a lot of potential. And immediately the camera pans back to him. And Sid is like, oh no, this is not good. Now everyone's attention is on me. And okay, so Beatrix is like, oh, I think Sid has a lot of potential. Now here's one thing I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure Beatrix has no idea that Sid and Shadow or Mundane Man, they're the same people. I'm pretty sure she has no idea about that. So she thinks that Sid has potential because, she can see the strength within him, and that's why she's thinking that, oh, he probably has untapped potential. While obviously Sid, like, like Shadow or Mundane Man, both of them are too strong. So that's why I think she doesn't realize both of them are the same. She just thinks Sid is has a lot of potential. And that's it. Um, I love how Iris is like, oh well, if that's what Lady Beatrix thinks, and Sid is like, oh boy. Now, anyways, everyone's like talking about this whole thing, and Sid is just like not really responding. He's like, yeah, you know what? This girl, she does have what it takes to be a war goddess because she's the first person to actually realize its power, which in itself shows that she herself is very strong. Maybe I'm not exactly sure how strong she is, but she is a good contender to Shadow's power level. I feel like. Anyways, we'll see that in the next episode. It'll be cleared out how strong Beatrix is because Sid is too strong, and seeing how Beatrix is kind of at the same level as him. Next episode, I'm guessing we'll get a confirmation whether Beatrix is actually at the same level as Sid or is she weaker than him. Next episode hopefully will tell us because I'm sure we'll see them fight properly. So okay, now either way, she just starts eating hamburgers. Loves our hamburgers. Okay, now after that we get to see the king. The king has been fed, like the thing, the drug, and as a puppet, Parvasat is using him, and he's like, oh, like there's a sweet smell coming out of him, like just we can use some perfume and erase it so that no one realizes what's going on. And he's thinking about like Beatrix might also come today and he'll take care of everything. Beatrix is also possessed, so he also thinks that, oh, we'll be able to use Beatrix for the experimentations as well. Like all these things he's thinking, and while like all of this is happening, in comes the king, and both greet each other. By king I mean Iris's dad. So both the kings greet each other kind of, and they get in. And here I was like, why is his eyes grayed out? And then now I'm realizing that it's because we've never seen his face before. That's why it's grayed out. I thought maybe that was like someone else in disguise or something. Anyways, and while they're getting, Perv Assad is just walking. He's like just is a very nice in a very nice mood. And suddenly Beatrice is like, "Oh, you stink." Immediately he's like, "Oh my god, what the?" And he realized that this is like a troublesome situation because it's the smell of the drug. And if someone realizes what's going on, there'll be hell to pay. So he's immediately grabs the king and just pushes him away so that she doesn't get more of the smell. And he's like, "Oh, how dare you speak to your majesty like that?" Like take her away. But then Iris is like, "Oh, she's Beatrix, the war goddess, so please forgive her." And Perv Assad is like, "Wait a minute," is thinking that this is Beatrix, and she's a woman who has, what does he say? The woman who may have awakened the hero's blood within. There you go. And he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, fine. Like, but please relax and enjoy the Bushin festival." And yeah, now they're sitting down, and this part was funny because he literally sees Sid running away, going to the toilet. Not toilet because obviously he's going to take on his mundane man disguise. So he looks at him and he's like, oh, like sigh of relief. And he's like, "Why should I be envious of any of the ignorant master?" So this is the funny thing here. Sid actually is kind of like a mob character here, and that is why he just saw him and he's like, "Oh, that's just a random kid, like just leave him." So Sid was successful, he has properly become a mob character. Like even Perv Assad, who's like very paranoid in this situation, small little things are making him paranoid because of the whole thing, and Beatrix suddenly making a comment like that. Even in that paranoid filled situation, he looked at Sid and he's like, "All right, it's just a kid, just leave him." That's a proper mob character. uh, okay, now we get to see that Claire has been fighting, and in the match, and Perv Assad sees her and he's like, "Oh, she won't be a threat." And then Iris, like Iris is going for her match, And okay, Assad says that if only all of them could be at her. Oh, he sees Iris and he says like, oh, if only everyone could be at her level, that is Claire's level, there wouldn't be much trouble. Which obviously shows that Iris is way stronger than Claire. And yeah. Now, okay, now everyone is cheering for Iris. They're like, "Oh, Princess Iris, like go get him. May you win," and all these encouraging things. And all these things are just literally burdens on her. Like all these expectations and everything. She's listening to this, and she's like, "Yes, I need to answer their calls because my power is the kingdom's power. These cheers are my strength and my mission. As long as we have Iris Midgar, the kingdom will be safe." This is exactly what I was saying in the previous episode. I was like, Iris is basically the representative of this, the place. She's probably the strongest in this kingdom. So if Sid defeats her that easily, it'll be troublesome situation because people will think that she's weak, and not only her, but her whole kingdom will be just underestimated from that point onwards, and they'll look down upon them. They'll be like, oh, she just lost to a random contestant, she's not that tough. And if her reputation falls, kingdom's reputation will fall. And okay, now anyways, now after that we get to see her in front of Mundane Man. She's ready and she's thinking in her head, she's like, all right, I shouldn't let him do anything. Before he makes a move, I'm going to defeat him then and there. Everything will be fine. He's strong, but he's not that strong. And she's thinking of all of this. And she's just like, I'll finish this in one blow. And she gets ready. The match, while the match is starting, Claire is in front of Sid's seat and she is pissed. She's like, oh my god, Sid was not here. Again. Okay, so the battle starts. As soon as the signal goes, Iris thinks her head is gone immediately. And this is the thing, um, Iris is strong. Now, that is why she can feel what might happen if she makes a wrong move. Up until now, I don't think any of the opponents who has been fighting Mundane Man has felt like this. The reason behind it is because Iris is too strong. Since Iris is too strong, she can probably get a feeling of the danger that she is in. However, all the other opponents that has been fighting Mundane Man before this, if they were at Iris's level, they probably would have felt the same thing as well. This bloodlust, this dread of dying. But they're so weak, weak, so much weaker than Iris that they weren't even able to understand the power that Sid holds. However, Iris was able to understand that because she's strong. And that is why she felt that she's going to die. Like every move she's making, she's thinking she's going to die. Her legs are going to get chopped off, hands are going to get chopped off, her head is going to get chopped off. She's every matter of seconds, she's thinking about that. And that's literally because she's so strong. She can feel it. And this kind of shows the difference between her and all the other opponents that Mundane Man fought as well, because she's at least able to pick up on the danger that Sid, is putting on them, and that type of thing. And yeah, so okay, after that, she thinks that her head is like rolling on the ground or something, and while we see Claire is pissed off, Claire's just running, trying to find Sid. Now, Mundane Man is just sitting there, and Iris literally just kind of falls back, and trips on her own leg and falls down completely on the ground. And then she's like, what's going on? And then she looks at Mundane Man and sees that he's saying, oh, you're not attacking. And she realizes that she actually stepped back. She sees everyone kind of confused about the whole situation, and she's like, oh no, I cannot make it go like this. I am Iris Midgar. I shouldn't be afraid. So she gets up, she gets ready, her hand on the sword, and next she thinks that her leg is gone, chopped off, and she's just doesn't know what to do. Every moment she's thinking something's going to happen and she's going to die. Now after that, we get to see um, Rose. Now, I don't know why, but I don't know what came in my head. I thought that was like Alpha, but then I realized that that was actually Rose, because like when the Shadow Garden came in, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? If that's the Shadow Garden, then why is Alpha here? And then I'm like, oh, that's not Alpha, that's Rose. Because I feel like the glasses threw me off or something, and the hoodie as well. That is why. But anyways, but Alpha is not here. Where is Alpha? Like the Shadow Garden, who confronted Rose at that moment. Um, I think Beta was there. Wait a minute, let me check. Like Rose comes in and sees the cult of Diablos all dead on the ground, and she's like, "What the hell is going on?" And she sees the Shadow Garden is there. All right, so a lot of people are taken, like kind of tied up. Okay, so Beta's there, and yeah, Alpha's not here. So I do wonder where Alpha is. Anyways, so Beta says like move and fulfill your mission, and Rose takes off the like the hoodie, the glasses, takes her sword, and goes on her way. Now, while all of this is happening, Iris is continuously getting hit by the bloodlust and like just envisioning that she's going to die. And while she's like staggering, everyone's like, "Oh, what's going on? What's happening to Princess Iris?" And they're like start like talking smack, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on? Why is she acting like this? Is this her strength and all that?" And I'm like, "Shut the hell up! If you guys are that much will be that much of a like a prick about it, come down here and fight. Like, what the hell is wrong with them? Like, I can like not one of them were actually kind of concerned about her. All of them were like, oh, what's she doing? Why is she not? What a she just keeps staggering back and forth across the arena. Don't tell me she's afraid. I don't believe that. How can you say? Oh, God damn, these people. Anyways, after listening to all of that, Iris is like, no, I have to do something. Like, if I fall, my kingdom will fall, and everyone will fall. She kind of increases her aura and goes to attack. Now, this part I need to see here. What the hell happened here? He goes to his mundane man. Mundane man's hand is empty. Sword is gone. Okay, so she's like, what's going on? How is the sword gone? His sword is in his sheath. Okay, how is it an illusion? No, everything else was a leading gaze, a slight movement of his body where all it took to make me see things that weren't there. To make me think he was holding the sword. Oh, so he basically kind of like made the slight movements to make her think that he's holding the sword, but he was not. And Iris comes in. Like, here's the thing. Up until this time, when he started going towards Sid, she was under the impression Sid had the sword in, not Sid, sorry, Mundane Man. Mundane Man had the sword in one of his hands. So that is how she tried to attack him, by with the with the knowledge that he has the sword in his hand. But then while on the way, in the middle of the attack, she realized that it's all a trick. It was not in her hand. It's sheathed. So but she's already attacking, she cannot stop the attack midway. And that is why Sid comes in, uses that empty hand to grab the sword and kind of slide it away, go behind Iris, grab her throat, and put her down. And immediately, like a complete non-lethal blow, and just down she is, and then he grabs the sword and puts it in her throat, and and he says, "What's wrong? We are just getting started, aren't we, Iris Midgar?" Okay, so damn, like grabbing the sword, he broke the sword almost completely. And the sword is like cracked. Okay, now rain starts happening, and the king goes away. All right, I'm not really a big fan of this king. Like Iris's dad. Like, what the hell is wrong with him? Anyways, like I said, I actually wouldn't be surprised if it ends up in the end that the revelation that he's actually one of the people from the cult of Diablos or something. But yeah, anyways, so after that, like Assad is like, oh my god, what's going on? How can a person like him just defeat him like that, her like that easily? And he goes and sees Beatrix is very fascinated by this whole thing. Now, while he's kind of thinking about all of this, in comes Rose, and he's kind of happy now. He's like, "Oh, thank God, Rose is here. Now I can like pin the blame on her and frame her for the whole thing." And she's like, "Oh, you you finally arrived, Rose. I was waiting for you." And while all of this is happening, Rose comes and bows down and apologizes to yeah, apologizes to her dad. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, dad, like I like I have to do this." And her dad is like, "I will follow the path." Oh, she says that I will follow the path that I believe in. And he says that I will forgive you for all your sins. And obviously Asa did not want this happening, because this the king saying this gave Rose the boost in her strength, and she got the conviction to go through, because I'm pretty sure she had was what's that word, ready to kill her dad, because her dad, I don't think she could have brought him back from the stage that she was in. In no way could she be successful in doing that. And the only way of doing something to Assad is taking care of the dad first and then going for Assad. Otherwise, he'll just use him as a shield. So Assad was like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, I didn't order you to say that." Now, obviously, Assad thought that, "Oh, if I use the king as a shield, she'll hesitate to attack me." But Claire knew that, not Claire, sorry, Rose knew that's exactly what he's going to do, and that is why she asked forgiveness to her dad, and the dad said, "I forgive you," and that was what was needed. And she came in full with conviction, and I, I'll be honest, I was not expecting her to actually stab him. Like part of me was thinking that, oh, maybe she is going to kill him, but at the same time, like majority part of me was saying like probably not. But there you go, she actually stabbed him, and that is exactly why, like I said, she asked for forgiveness, and the dad is like, "I forgive you," and you know, and I think, wait a minute, just a second. Assad's hand is gone, isn't it? Yeah, he grabbed the dad with one hand, but when Rose came and just pierced her dad, and like her dad is dead then and there, and he says, "Rose, I love you." Oh no, his hand is there. Oh, I thought his hand is chopped off. No, his hand is bleeding. That's just it. Assad, I'm talking about. And yeah, the dad is dead, and Assad is like, "Oh my god, what the hell have you done?" Like what the hell is it? He says, "Have you no humanity?" Like, shut the hell up. That line pissed me off so much, it triggered me literally. I'm like, what the hell are you saying? Who the hell are you to talk about humanity? Like, piss off. And he says, like, who do you think was supposed to benefit from this buffets? And she says that this is my final official act, and she was going to kill herself as well. Uh, like, and so in comes Mundane Man, or Shadow, obviously, and breaks the whole place down. Like, like the glass is gone. He comes down and immediately takes care of the cult of Diablos then and there. Assad is scared. He's like, "What the hell is going on?" And he takes off his Mundane Man persona and becomes Shadow. And and I love how Claire says that, "Oh, you are." I'm pretty sure everyone was expecting her to be say that, "Oh, you are Shadow." And he says, "The stylish bandit slayer." Well, can't blame her. That's how you introduced yourself at the beginning to her. So yeah, and then we get a little bit of a backstory of what happened, like when Claire was kidnapped. Not Claire. What the hell? Rose was kidnapped. Like it was that time when Shadow was going around defeating bandits and getting the money from them. To gain more funds. That time, he probably defeated all those bandits, and he's like, "Oh, go on, leave the money behind." And then, like, Claire was saved because of that. And Claire is like, oh, who are you? And he says like, oh, me, like, I'm just, like a stylish, I'm not actually official, but I'm actually a stylish bandit slayer, like, just call me by that name. And he leaves. Now Sid remembered that, and Sid says that, what is that, I thought that was a Therianthrope girl. Oh, okay. So he mistook her to be one of the, um, I think he mistook her to be one of those wolf girls, you know, like Delta or Zeta. I think that's what he mistook her to be, and that's why he's like, oh, I thought you were one of the Therianthrope girls. I love her. Rose says, from that age, you never feared solitude. You continued to fight against evil. But I wanted to end my pain. Okay. But obviously Sid is like, oh, like, what does he say? Your fight has not ended yet. I'm pretty sure he wanted to say this at least once in his lifetime. Oh, we are just beginning. Our fight is just starting. This is just the beginning. Your fight has not ended yet. This type of thing, I'm sure he wanted to say that, and he got a perfect opportunity to execute that. And obviously, Rose was like, yes, definitely, it's just started. And you know, obviously she's heartbroken because of her dad, but she knows that she should not just. Now I don't exactly know what she's trying to do. She runs out, jumps out of the window, and goes out in the field. So I'm not sure what she's trying to do here. And she tells everyone to run away, evacuate this place, and Assad is going to stop him, but in comes Shadow, pointing his sword at him. And this part, I was like, oh, everything is over. But then I realized, oh no, Beatrice is here. But then I was thinking, okay, will Beatrice even fight Shadow? Because, she's not supposed to be, in Assad's group. Like, Assad's is all alone now. So will Beatrice even come and fight him? And then immediately, when I thought that, Beatrice is like, oh, I'll take care of him. And then immediately it snapped inside my head. I was like, oh no. A few moments ago, Beatrix was actually telling that I want to fight him. And that is all the reason she needs to fight Shadow. She doesn't need to have loyalty for, Assad or someone, any of them, She doesn't need to be in one of their teammates. She's alone. She's a lone wolf. But the only reason she needs to fight him is that he's strong. That's why he came. And I guess you could say, in a very unusual way, Assad got like a sudden. I wouldn't call her an ally, but like a sudden, a person who's like fighting against Sid. So he's safe now. But I'm pretty sure the Shadow Garden will take care of Assad. While Shadow is fighting Beatrix, the Shadow Garden will probably take care of Assad. So I don't have any any fear for that. That he might run away or something. Nah, I don't think he's running away. Shadow Garden is there. While Sid is fighting Beatrix, they can do the whole thing. So yeah, Beatrix comes in, attacks Shadow, and using her sword. And Shadow parries. Shadow's also very happy. Shadow also wanted to fight her as well, I'm guessing. And the whole place just gets destroyed. And Assad is like, oh, now I can run away. And he is running away. And I'm saying, I'm pretty sure the Shadow Garden will stop him. But yeah, Beatrix and Shadow come out of that place. And, both are crossing swords against each other. And that's where it ended, I think. Yeah, so many things happen, like so many things. The battle between Mundane Man and Iris. Not only that, what was that? Rose coming in, Rose, coming in and trying to defeat, kill Assad. Shadow coming in, trying to stop Rose from killing herself. And not only that, Beatrix also jumping in the whole action and fighting Shadow now. So yeah, so here's the thing, like I said, I'm kind of curious as to see how strong Beatrix is. Next episode will tell us. after we see the battle. Like for now, like we know how strong Shadow is. Shadow is too strong. Even Iris wasn't able to like hold a candle to him, and he's that strong. And Iris is supposed to be the strongest person in the kingdom. So so that's how strong Shadow is. So I'm curious as to see how he'll fare against Beatrix. Will it be like a very like a very close fight, or will Shadow again uh, be too powerful even against Beatrix? That Beatrix will have to go all out and Shadow will hold himself back. Will it be that, or will Shadow actually find his proper opponent who can fight head to head? That's the question. We'll see. Next episode is the final episode of this season, I think. And yeah, so there you go. So that was it. That was my reaction to episode number 19 of The Eminence in Shadow. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I will check them out. That is it, guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week with another episode and the final episode, I think, of The Eminence in Shadow. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.